Hi, this is Brian from the Handyguys Podcast. Today I'm going to upgrade this sink, take the kind of standard looking faucet out. I'm going to put in the Price Pfister Pasadena faucet, and I'm going to add a filtered water dispenser. So here's the Price Pfister Pasadena faucet, new kitchen faucet that we're going to install today with the soap dispenser. In the box you have the faucet with the supply lines pre-attached, the optional soap dispenser, special tool to install it. So you might be able to do this without any tools. And you also have the weight for the pull-out spray arm, and we'll show that. So we're also going to upgrade this kitchen faucet with a filtrete from 3M filtered water dispenser. And in the box comes everything you need. You have your filter water dispenser, you have a mounting bracket for the filter, and your filter. So the first step is going to be to remove the old spray hose and the old faucet. I'm going to need a wrench to disconnect the supply lines, and then I'll take the nuts off above. And before I go any further, I'm going to want to clean this area really well. So I'll begin by installing the filtrete water filter dispenser, because that's going to attach to the supply line of the faucet. So we'll start there. The manufacturer recommends a 7/8 inch bit if you don't already have a hole. The holes in this sink are 4 inches on center. So I'm going to come over 4 inches to the left and make a mark where my new hole is going to be. So we're going to do the physical assembly of the water filter faucet. This plate goes on first, just follow the instructions. Underneath the plate you're going to have your black rubber gasket. That will go on the deck of the faucet, and then underneath you're going to have your mounting washer, your spacer, your lock washer, and your mounting nut. So for this water filter, since I have a 7/8 inch hole up on the deck of the sink, I can get the nut, lock washer, and base washer almost all the way tight, put it in the hole, and then slide my final piece in and tighten it up. And that'll vary depending on the thickness of your sink. In my install, I'm going to need to use the deck plate, which has a gasket on the bottom, so I won't need any plumber's putty. I'll position that over the center hole. I'll then loop everything down through. All right, so now that I have the faucet in the hole and onto the deck plate, I'm going to take this piece bump side up and the nuts and use this provided install tool to tighten that nut up. Once I get the nut in place, I can make the final tightening of the nut with a screwdriver into the wrench. All right, now that the faucet is physically installed, I'm going to install the bracket for the filtrete water filter, and then we'll make all the plumbing connections between the supply lines, between the filter bracket, the water filter tap on top, and the faucet supply lines. So I use Teflon tape on the threads, and I'm installing this T provided by 3M to support the connection of the water filter. Connecting up my water filter supply. These connectors are great, Paul. They just push right in and you're done. My last step, Paul, will be to connect the hot and cold supply lines, turn it on, and we're all done except for the soap dispenser. All right, we got everything done. I'm just going to make sure it's all working. I've already checked for leaks down underneath and it's all good. My hot and cold where they're supposed to be. The faucet appears to be operating correctly. The pull-out mechanism seems to be working fine. And I've got fresh filtered water right at the sink. With that, I'm done except for a little bit of cleanup. I'm Brian for the Handyguys Podcast. Thanks.